couple of things that I really want to get into before we kick off this thing that we do. I have no regrets. There's no situations where I look back and think I could do things differently. I'm just going to be honest and open with everyone that watches this and listens to this is, I'm royally fucked in terms of hungover today. Like it's unfortunate. It's the way that things seem to go. And I can speak on behalf of Jared as well. He is very, very fucked in terms of tiredness. So like we're generally not on a great path this evening. So this is like a pre-warning that, this could be quite hectic. But, there's a consolation prize with it is the fact that you're going to get the best of what we can do together today.
And it seems as though some of our best always comes in these states. As we know,
Gums.
the hungover rant and the tire JT is one of the all-time combos. And it adds a lot that this is one of the more hungover rants of all time. And the tire JT also comes with this blinding toothache that has debilitated me for the last 3 days. So there's a lot going on. I have a lot of painkillers in my system, so the brain is out of it. However, after all that, after every obstacle in our way, both of our fucking teams won it.
Come on.
And that is what matters.
We're a couple of Smiles Bergmans at the moment. That's how we're going. We're just really ticking boxes. We've been through such hardship. And the fact is, we've exposed two teams that could potentially be some of the all-time frauds in the AFL in Carlton and Essendon.
Oh, how good. Footy is so fun when you're winning, hey?
I'm the best I've ever felt, man.
Smash cut to a minute before this when we were like, we're really struggling.
Bipolar is the sponsor of the podcast at the moment.
That's a play of the game. That is the play of the game. The impossible angle, and he puts it through. And Portland. Danger, 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 danger. Butler, 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 Butler. Get around him. Get around him. Edge of the seat.
Jared Thomas, episode 55. We're back for what's going to be something of a very, 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 very fun show.
Yes, absolutely. Well, if our internet currently already doing what it does best, it tells the story. It's going to be a very interesting one in in total. We got a lot to talk about, which is very funny. Footy is a good sport again. All of a sudden, we like football, and it's good to be around.
I'm very, very pleased, obviously, um, with the way the weekend turned out for many reasons. We had a good weekend. There was a lot of good stuff local footy wise, and then like obviously Port winning, and a bit like your internet, Crows just couldn't work.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Look, it's fine. Look, however, the good thing is, out of all of this, we've had very, very good weekends. As long as the internet decides it's going to work for the rest of this, we're going to be better than half the fucking teams that are running out there at the minute, including teams that are currently sitting in eighth, ninth. No, not eighth. I was trying to specifically pinpoint Essendon. I don't know where they are on the ladder. I need to look at that. I was trying to specifically pinpoint them as to being shit.
it's almost like if I were to pinpoint it exactly, the Saints bet Essendon on the weekend. Beat Essendon, I should say. Sorry, I do apologise for those grammatical people in the world.
They're 10th, as I found out. So yeah, fucking anyone that's in 10th, they suck. Specifically, the people that are in 10th right now. Uh, Good times.
So, question for you to kick off
Yes.
this: who is the biggest fraud on the ladder at the moment?
Man, the options are nearly endless.
Well, not technically, not really, because there are 18 possibilities.
All right, well, there's 18 possibilities, right? Of all of them, I would say, let me pinpoint Let me pinpoint three exactly. Three teams that are on absolute fraud watch currently. One of them is the team that I've already said, which is Essendon.
Mhm.
Lol, lol. That's basically all I got to say. Lol. Second on that fraud list is the Gold Coast Suns. The one strength they had going for them, and they fucked
Well,
it.
they just
So
can't play anywhere now, can they?
that's what I'm saying. Now they're fucked. Now I think they're done for the year. And the third team on fraud watch is the Sydney Swans, because oh boy, the Swans sink. They stink. They stinky. Oh, they're bad.
Bad. Swan's bad.
Swans bad.
You know, we went through it like the other week. We were like, oh, they could potentially be found out by teams, but how good are they going to be to respond
Yeah.
to that? And wow,
Not very, not very good, as it turns out.
wow.
I think it was after the Saints game. I was like, teams might be figuring it out because it was Freo the week before us, and then the Saints. I was like, people might be kind of figuring out they might like they kind of know the weakness now. And then since then, it's just been a fucking just constant beating of Sydney, and I'm like, this is good. Like I like where this is headed.
Do you know the best part is about it is the fact that now we really sit here
Mhm.
and as fans of footy, fans of our teams, and obviously AFL supporters as well, we generally have no idea who the hell is going to win this game, this
Nope.
year. Brisbane, obviously, you could say the team
I'd
of
say they're
the
probably
comp at the
now.
moment.
Yeah.
Freo are underrated in how they're tracking, but also have that potential fraud watch. Carlton, I have no idea anymore.
Who the fuck no?
GWS are there. I reckon they're there. They could potentially. They're there. The
Yep.
Cats, well, they just bet North, so yeah. Porter just, well,
What do they want to play
again,
football
who
now?
the hell are you? Who the hell are you, Port? Well, you can't go from losing to the Suns up at the Gold Coast. Do you know what's very funny, actually? Someone put it this way. Port have won 4 out of their last 5.
That's
Like,
disgusting. Like,
and they sit 7th.
yeah,
Talk about unlucky for the weekend because they ended 3rd Friday night and they dropped to 7th after a big win. How deflating.
that's so fucked up. That is so fucking annoying.
And then you've got lastly in 8th spot, the Dogs, who,
We're probably the other form team in the comp right now. Them and Brisbane are like the two good teams in the comp, and it's like, what? Oh, actually, and then the team underneath the Dogs.
oh, hmm, I'm going to touch on Hawthorn a bit later because
Yes,
I
I
have
am down for
something
that as
for
well.
them.
Mhm.
But I think it's now. I know it's a month to go. There's still a long time to play out, and there's still plenty to play out in the next month. But I would love to narrow it down to just 9 teams now.
I was gonna say, like literally half an hour before we started doing this, or before I jumped on the call, Fox Footy put out a thing, and it was like, is it down to 9 teams? Like, is there 9 teams that can do it? And it's like realistically, you could probably include Essendon and make it 10, but then you think about their actual year and how they're playing and who they've got left, and it's like probably not. So like you could pretty much narrow it down to 9. And I think the thing now interesting about it is like people are like, oh, like that kind of sucks. Like we kind of wanted to see, 13 teams going for it. You have no idea who like 2 through 9 where anyone's gonna finish. They could finish fucking anywhere. Like Port could finish 3rd. Like it could just be this fucking mayhem of an end of the year where it's like, who knows? Like, who knows? Like anyone can end anywhere. It's crazy.
It's generally just I would put in Collingwood, but now the
Just
only
because
way I can put them in,
yeah.
yeah, is because they're Collingwood. But if they go and beat Carlton Saturday night next week, oh, yeah, just you have
Yeah.
to put them in there. Anyone
Yeah.
else, the Dons, they're half a game out, but their percentage stinks.
Yeah.
The D's just
Write them
they
off.
to me have no threat at all.
Yeah. Write them off. They're cooked.
Anyone else is just sitting there playing the numbers for the rest of the year and having a bit of fun as teams like the Saints are and well, that's it really. Everyone else stinks, but you know, I love
It's
that
been
the Saints are having so much fun.
now. I think I said it the last 2 weeks, and I want to go
You've
back and
said it
find
for
the.
a month.
I was going to say, I said our season is over, and now we're the danger team. And I've been saying to everyone, we can win it. We can beat any team that's coming around. I was like, you do not want to play us in the last month. And now people are like, oh shit, the Saints are actually going to play okay against us. We need to worry. Essendon found that out fucking firsthand on the weekend, where we didn't just sneak past them like we did the Swans. We fucking bullied them, like genuinely from fucking start to end, bullied them. And they were
And
like,
it was
fuck,
great.
and it was glorious. I was there. It was fucking unreal. Had a great time. You know those days at the footy when you're just having a good time? That was me. I had no stress in the world. By like halfway through the third quarter, it was fucking party time. Cooper Sharman had just kicked his third, and I was like, fucking, come on, boys. It's over. Game's over. We're all over it.
Just outrageous. And you've been right. Talk about supporters being right about their teams.
Mhm.
And we both had the feeling going into this
We
round.
did. We did.
Both had that feeling of we don't know what we're going to get, but there is just this gut feeling that I reckon we'll get the job done. And you said it last week. You said it about the Saints having a lot of fun going into the back end of the year. And it's very, very nice to know that Port gave you that opportunity.
Ever since we like almost beat Port, it was kind of like, oh, maybe we'll be all right. Like maybe we can shake things up a little bit, and we fucking have. So got that, everybody. But like, yeah, we were both, like you said, we both came into this week very, very confident in our teams, which like people would have been like, why would you do that? I was like, I don't know. I just had this gut feeling, and sure enough, and then you had the same thing. You were like, I don't know, just this feeling, and sure fucking enough, Port said, fuck you, Carlton. Caught this. You thought you had top two lined up. Well. Join the rest of us. Like,
I tell you what, the viewing of that spectacle, and it's very, very funny to me because the excuses as soon as Port turned that game really came out for Carlton from the media and everything. Just letting you know as well, to anyone at Channel 7 that needs to study mathematics, Saturday night to Friday night is technically 6 days, and Sunday night to Friday night is 5 days. 5 and 6 is only 1 day between. It's not a 2 day break extra that Port had. So just study up a bit more, BT, JB, Richo, and anyone
and
else
you
that's
also had
sitting
to
in that
travel.
box.
You also had to travel as well. So
I mean, yeah, 45 minutes is not that big. Yeah, throw it in there. But
no, it goes back in the office a
besides the
bit.
point,
Yeah.
it's great to know that Port now come in and announce themselves because it throws something else into the mix. Like we see the teams like the Hawks, the Dogs, they're playing great footy. They are. If they were sitting top two, we're talking
Yeah.
premiership. But now for them, they were just talking finals. You know, we sit here and we talk about the Giants and how they're going in terms of form. They beat the D's in front of 6 people and 4 seagulls on a Saturday night. Like that's a big win for them because it's away from home. It's at the G where you got to win finals at the G. You know, we talk about Freo winning a derby, and the Lions and then everything else. But then you bring in little old Port Adelaide, who very much Port fans are booing Ken Hinkley to a premiership flag. Like it's just
I've never seen a team's fan base hate their coach more on such a like nice run home. Like you're 4 out of 5, and still every fucking supporter is like, imagine where we'd be if we didn't have Ken. And it's like, all right, like, just cut that, everybody. Just take the wins where they come, guys. Like relax a little bit.
it's just and it's the way that Port played. And I think for Port fans, it's not so much how it looked. It's the emotional release of, all right, finally, we got that
That's a win.
scalp.
That's like the win that you needed. Yeah. Like you like beating us, it's like, okay, whatever, like beating Hawthorn, like while you came from behind, it was a good win, like a stirring win. It was like, okay, it's Hawthorn kind of thing, even though like they were good as well, but they're not quite, that upper echelon team. Beating Carlton at Marvel on a Friday night, yeah, that's a fucking tick. Like that's a yeah, we're pretty good. We can do all right here kind of situation. So you needed it. Like, yeah.
I think, and it's the beauty of it is it's not the Carosi, the Butters, the Dixon, the stars of the team standing up. I think Port Adelaide, and this could be a little bit of biasness, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, but I think Port Adelaide have a little group of players that are like underrated to the underrated of players.
Yes. Yes.
Willem Drew, Miles Bergman,
Kane
Brandon
Farrell.
Zerk-Thatcher, Kane Farrell. They have players, role players that just in moments of all the difference in the world that what they do can
Yep.
accomplish so much more than the stars of the team. I'd talk specifically about the greatest defensive act I've ever seen on a football field. Laying down and still laying two tackles, Miles Bergman.
Yep.
Like
Game-saving tackle.
that wins
Yep.
finals. That wins you premierships. It's like things like that. We've been waiting for Port to stand up and make a statement. That moment in particular, to me, is like, yeah, we're here now. You got to make the most of it. Who knows? But for now, you sit there and you go, we just bet Carlton Friday Night Marvel, and you're doing acts like that from players that no one talks about. That's crucial.
Now, you ready for me to say a thing that's going to be absolutely egregious, and it's going to be like a thing where you're like, that is an insane comparison to make, right? Port Adelaide's role players and the way that they go about things, specifically like the tackling and stuff like that, reminds me of the 2016 Bulldogs, right? Here's the egregious take that I'm going for here. In that the Dogs won that flag from seventh. Where's Port right now? I'm not saying the Port are going to do a 2016 Dogs. I'm just saying, right? Dogs won that flag from seventh, right? And some of their absolute stars through the finals that year was the likes of like Tory Dixon, Dale Morris, Liam Picken, like these players that just weren't getting anything. Dale Morris was the one that laid that tackle on Buddy Franklin with, however long left to go in that game. Like that tackle, like, you were just talking about that's finals winning tackles. That was a fucking grand final winning tackle. Like that, like obviously it was the Boyd kick the goal fuck situation, but the tackle that led to that was Dale Morris. So I'm saying like you need good role players to get through the entire year. And like I will be the absolute first to admit and put my hand up. When Zerk-Thatcher went to the Port, I was like, that's cool and all. Don't think he's going to change the team very much. However, in the back end of this year, from like round, say like 14-ish onwards, he has been really good. Like his last month, Zerk-Thatcher, pretty much since the Saints game, where he was fucking dominant and he held Max King to nothing. Really good. And I'm like, damn, he's gotten good. He's good at football. So that's like he's actually playing good footy. And like it was just random shit. Sava going forward and fucking dominating. Like I was like, this is just fucking bizarre. And it's just these things where you need good role players to win games of footy. Your stars can only do so much. Like, and even your stars on the weekend, like they were fine. They weren't spectacular. Rosie was pretty good. Butters didn't do all that much. Horn Francis took a little bit to get into the game, was pretty good late. But your role players were good the entire time. So it's like, fuck. Like it's dangerous. It's a dangerous mix.
You throw in there the old boys and Wines and Boak who just run amok, and
Yep.
it's amazing the mentality that a win against getting a scalp can just change your mentality ever so slightly.
I was meant to say,
and all of a sudden,
fucking 4 weeks ago, it's like these cunts didn't get dropped, and now it's like, fucking, how good are they? Like every player here is unreal.
I'm sitting here just going, fuck, have we timed it? Have we just like
The run is
have we
the
just
run is fucking well. Absolutely.
like Port's run home is a tough game still. The Swans, the D's, the Showdown, and Freo. We sat here a couple of weeks ago. I reckon we sat here like I jokingly said we might not win a game for the rest of the year. I'm sitting here now going, might go undefeated. Might just.
It's all it is. Takes one or two wins, and you're like, all of a sudden, it's like, fucking, here we go. And it's also the opposite. It takes one or two losses, and everyone is just like, it's the end of the world. Like a month ago, people were talking about how fucking unreal Kyle Langford was, and like how Jake Stringer was like career best footy. And then on the weekend, the Bombers get fucking pasted, and there's videos everywhere of people like hurling abuse at them down the race. And I'm like, it's wonderful. It is wonderful what 2 weeks does in football. Like 5 weeks ago, Nick Martin was like an unreal, like one of the best halfbacks, one of the best wingers in the league, and now people want to just fucking burn him at the stake. And it's like, this is bizarre how quickly people can just like that, just turn. Like it's like the end of the world. Ben Mackay the same. They're like, what a pickup. Like really, like we're doing really well. And then he had that that game last week against Adelaide, and then this week where he's been very, very ordinary, at least 2 weeks in a row, probably more. And it's like, watch out.
We had the poll earlier in the week, like who's more chance to make the 8, like Port or Essendon. Port won the poll, and I wonder why.
Yeah, looking back at that, it's like, yikes.
Why'd we do it?
Yikes.
I've got another one for you.
Oh, yes.
Who got the win in the trade of Essendon bringing in Ben Mackay or Port Adelaide bringing in Brandon Zerk-Thatcher.
That's true. That is very, very true. It's who got the better. I mean, at the minute, it's definitely Port. Like, Zerk Thatcher is far and wide the better key defender than Ben Mackay right now. I would need to probably look at the whole year because I think Ben Mackay was probably a little bit better earlier in the year, probably. But fuck, like, I think you more look at it as who got the better end of the deal, Ben Mackay out of the Bombers or North getting picked two and getting fucking Colby McKercher or whatever the fuck they picked with him, and he's playing good footy, so got that.
I mean, yeah, look, you can look at the trades, but who knows? But like, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, did Ben Mackay send a key defender to be a key forward? Like Brandon Zerk-Thatcher sent Salva Radicalier to be one of the best key forwards in the comp.
One of the best key forwards in. When he kicked his first goal the weekend, I was like, "Four."
Radicalier, Radicalier, let me tell you,
Good at football.
man's a beast. Looks real happy up forward too.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I know Geelong used to play him there every now and then, and you always would just prefer to play forward. And I'm like, the Port are doing it. They're doing what Geelong did in random weeks last year.
It's almost like you put a defender forward and they play really, really well, Jared. Really, really well.
It's almost like a certain individual on this podcast was thrown forward on the weekend and played really, really well. Anthony, how did you go?
Yeah, well, wallet's quite thick. The result didn't work out well, but I reckon I took about 47 contested marks and it was muddy and it was not perfect at all for tall man conditions. But, I mean, 1 goal, 2 doesn't really showcase the full potential of what I did on the day, but can only do so much in that kind of
Just a
result.
light day out. Just a light day at the office. Light day at the office for.
Hey, look, you know what? It is what it is. Just living up to my expectations of one of the greatest key forwards to ever play in amateur league footy.
That was the escalation. Just one of the greatest. I mean, there's not much you can say about it, really.
Just a keynote for anyone watching thinking I'm being serious. I am. Anyway, back to the more important things of footy. Before we get into like some of the other stuff we've got planned, I'm going to throw this at you. If we sit here now, months ago for footy, 2 questions, just simple answer. The top 8 right now, would you consider it the most likely top 8 at the end of the round, at the end of the year?
As in teams in it or order? As in like the order of
No,
things?
teams in it. Just teams in it at the moment. You can't place the order with that bloody fucking close in.
Yes, I say that is the most likely 8.
So I'll give you this. The Swans play Carlton at the SCG in a qualifying final. Brisbane play Fremantle at the Gabba in a qualifying final. The Giants play the Dogs at what I think will be like Giant Stadium in an elimination final. Geelong play Port Adelaide in an elimination final in what I think would be at GMHBA Stadium.
I thought it might be the G. Maybe.
I think it would be GMHBA because Port Adelaide would be the get out of jail to pull that card. But Port Adelaide do have a good, strong contingent of travelling fans. Right now, you sit there and you look at that. That's a pretty damn good first round of finals.
You saying Giants Dogs? Oh man, I would pay good fucking money to see another Giants Dogs final. We do not fail Giants Dogs matches, and that elimination final Giants Dogs at Giant Stadium. Oh, get my fucking heart. Like that's a fucking inject that into my veins. I know what that is. It's a 4:35 Saturday. It's the game that we had against the Giants. It's just fucking put it in, like inject that into my veins, man. I would sit there all day, just like this at the TV, waiting for this Giants Dogs game to start because I'd be like, fuck, that's good. Oh, I want to see it so bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
God, it'd be good. Oh, tasty.
Yep. Good round that. So nice to get that little bit of a taste of what we can see. See how we're looking a month after the end of round 24. But a couple other things I do want to touch on before we get into everything else. After that is the announcement of Razor Ray retiring.
Actually, I was actually quite sad to hear about this, to be honest with you. I actually was a little bit upset about it. I like Razor. Shoot me, but I like Razor. He's a
Probably wouldn't
good,
shoot
he's
you
a
over it,
nice
but
guy. He's a nice guy. I understand he gets a little bit, look at me, I'm on TV. I understand he does that. But like he's just like a nice dude. He seems like he's got a good sense of humor. Like he seems like he's just be a good guy. And like I don't know. I was pretty sad about it. He's probably arguably the most iconic umpire ever, you would say. How many other umpires get nicknames?
well,
None.
look, quite a few. Let me be honest. After I mean,
Not good
the
nicknames,
way they
not PG
perform.
nicknames, not PG nicknames. How many of them get ones where it's specifically just their name? Not
Oh,
like
probably a few,
not
but changed.
not
Few
something
alterations.
not like something maggot, not like a white maggot or a green maggot or anything like that. Like none of that. Like that's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about just a pure nickname. Razor Ray.
No, I don't think there is one. I know like a lot of people can't name umpires particularly anymore because one, there's 1,600 of them on the field, and two, a lot of them now are, they try and leave them out of the spotlight. But you look
Yeah.
at Matt Stevic is one we've probably all grown up with.
Yeah.
Um,
Brett Rose
there's
Roseberry.
like
Another
these
one.
ones that have their names out there are actually good umpires. I think the ones we look at and get some nicknames that aren't to do with their name probably aren't as well, I don't know,
Received.
equipped. Um,
Yep.
but yeah, I think Razor is probably the most iconic. And I'm with you. Like I think it's a little bit sad because we haven't seen much of him this year either, and it was probably
No.
something to expect. So to have him there, like we've seen his interactions with players. I remember one where Port played Richmond on a Friday night, and he went up to, I think it was Sean Grigg.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
He can't speak to me like that. Like that sort of
Blood rule.
though.
We don't speak to each other like that. One of the all-time moments. It's so good.
Like those, yeah. And then did he get fouled? He fell over once,
Oh, he got smacked in the
falconed.
nuts one day. Someone kicked it off the ground. I think
Oh yeah.
it might have been Pittard or something like that. It's just absolutely sent one off the ground and
That wouldn't surprise me.
it was gonna go out in the full or whatever, and he like kept it in and it just fucking rebounded. And then he got up and turned to the crowd and he's gone there. And I'm like, that's funny. Like that's a funny thing. He's a good dude. I don't know. I like him.
No. Well played, Razor, and all the very best for him. It was funny, like we have iconic field umpires. We have an iconic goal umpires with David
So
Roden as such. We don't have an iconic boundary umpire.
I couldn't name one.
All
I'm
I
trying
know
to
is
even
there's
think
one
of
out
the
there
moment.
that had a mullet once that I saw. They played against, I think it was one of the Port games this year. He looked good, like fair play. Like I think it's Port Carlton. He did. It was fine.
Yeah, all right.
Whatever your
Well,
name is, like
if we could find a name of one of these boundary umpires, I just want one of them to do something interesting one day. Like, I don't know what you can do as a boundary umpire that's interesting.
I can make fucking wrong decisions like they have all
Yeah,
year.
that too. I was going to
Do
say
you
earlier.
do they don't know what the line looks like?
They were
Like,
real bad in the year. They had like a 3 week patch where boundary umpires were getting abused every week.
yeah, they did. I think
It
some
was
of them
tough.
still are at the moment, but not as widely criticized. And fair play, they probably are the C grade of the school class type of thing. Not really recognized, but doing the job.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, makes sense. Like they're there. They have to be there for the game to run well, but they're never going to get the credit for anything. So
Yeah, and we don't really know their names. You know what names we could do is we could name some weird names in the AFL, Jared.
we could do that and then give them occupations that we think they would be good at based off their names. Because this is the thing we started doing last week and found out it was really funny. So we're doing.
Yeah, I don't know if it amused anyone else, but it definitely amused us, so we're doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
We've got five each. and
Mhm.
the other person is going to try and give them an occupation that they think would be funny.
Very much keen for this.
Yes. Do we want to do the people's choices first, or do we want to do ours first?
Let's go around the glass table first, I reckon.
Let's do that first. Let's do it.
Hmm. So the question
Finding it.
was, what are bizarre, weird, unique AFL names in history that some people have? And I reckon you've liked quite a few.
We got quite a few answers if my internet starts to load. There we go. So the classic one. This is a classic one because it was kind of a manufactured one, but from Daniel Cohen. Whiskers. Now the story behind Whiskers is so funny because obviously they sponsored Geelong and they just kind of put it out there like, hey, imagine if if someone could change their name to Whiskers, the cats, like it'd be pretty funny. And then it actually happened and changed the name to Whiskers. To very wide backlash from what I have heard. Apparently, people were not happy about it, and you got a lot of abuse for it. So that's like a manufactured one. Like it's not a born one. Very interesting though.
Geelong changed their name to Whiskers.
No, just a player from Geelong changed his name to Whiskers, which is even weirder.
Well,
Actually, wait,
Stephen,
sorry. Just had this thought that just came to my head just then because I saw it before on names of teams. Western Bulldogs next week are turning back into Footscray for a week because it's retro round, and I really like that. Sorry, that's just
they need to change it permanently.
yes, I agree. I saw comments being like, and then just do it forever, and I was like, yeah, I agree. But yeah, I
Footscray
just
Bulldogs or just Footscray?
Footscray Bulldogs. I like Footscray Bulldogs,
I
but I
like
think they
Footscray
should,
Bulldogs.
yeah, I think they should change it back forever. So yeah, anyway, any of the names you like?
And just quickly as well on that, because now I find it interesting, and I know I really want to dive into my little autistic brain.
That's fun.
Would you prefer the letter F having two names, like Footscray and Fremantle, or the letter W with West Coast and the Western Bulldogs?
F.
And would it make you angry that St Kilda become the third last team on the list, alphabetical order, compared to the fourth?
That actually does make me a little bit upset. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
it
no
does,
reason.
because it's
It shouldn't
you're
make
lower,
me.
because
It
you
shouldn't
start lower
make
on the
me
ladder.
upset. Yeah, it shouldn't make me upset, but it does a little bit. Yeah,
Hmm,
I like that.
me too.
Yeah, gross. Anyway, I don't like it.
Anyway, back to the names. Just thought I'd throw
Yeah,
that in there. That's just,
yeah, that's fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm sure we all, as fans, have these little
I do it all
thoughts.
the time. Yeah,
Hmm.
I get jealous that Adelaide start on top of the ladder. It really pisses me off. So yeah, no, I agree.
Well, it's very funny though, because the start at the top and the fall was massive. Bunch of frauds. Anyway, I really like this from Scotty. Says Stephen Stretch, as a kid, every time the commentators called him taking a mark, I would find it funny.
That's actually really good because you
Yeah.
could. And oh man, I really imagine Dwayne Russell would be having a fucking field day.
Oh,
Like, imagine
yeah.
Dwayne calling Steven Stretch's name. Stretches over the pack.
Stretched out
They
for
may
that
as well
one.
call him Stretch Armstrong. Like they would have he would be having the fucking time of his life. Like he would love it.
That's a big stretch, but I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
You're good.
yeah, I like
But
that a lot. Any others you like?
yeah, well, we got some from the Americans watching the footy who were very interactive over the weekend as well, and they are two just this year, and two of the best, personally, in my opinion, Steely Green and Shade O'Brien, two fucking outstanding names. Um, little spoiler, one of them is going to be featuring in my five after this, but two fucking outstanding names. And I like, Steely Green was playing today, and like he's pretty good. And like I know Shadow Brain's pretty good as well. And I'm like, this is good. It's like I really like when these players are just like the commentators are forced to say them, and they always go both names. They never just say Green or they never just say Brain. They have to say both because they're weird. So it's like we've got to get both in kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
So, it gives him I like it. It's like Cooper Hamilton from GWS has his brand is simply GWS's social media. So
Mhm.
you know that even if he gets listed after being injured or whatever, he's still going to be at the club doing that.
Yep.
So,
Doing stuff. Exactly.
yep. One from Cappuccino, which I really like that name. Uh, Donald Dickey.
Yeah, a
Kind of,
classic.
it goes into the same sort of family as I don't know, Mason Cox and Brad Dick.
I was gonna say Graham Johncock. Yeah.
Mm.
So like it's there's obviously things that bring them all together.
Cameron Hitchcock.
Exactly. Like there's a lot of that. Obviously, there's things that bring them all together. Um, Very funny though. Can never go wrong with a dick joke, to be honest with you.
No, well, yeah, yeah. Look,
You saw how
when
much money
Brad
Dead
Dick used to
Free
play,
made. Can never go wrong with a dick joke.
we like to break the fourth wall here. If anyone that has like sponsorship, sponsors, I've just had a stroke apparently. Anyway, any others you like there?
Yeah, we got Damo from Damo Supercoach who said Dylan Vioja Rainbow. I fucking love that name. One of the all-time great names. Any sort of like just putting like firstly it's hyphenated, which extra points. The fact that
Probably
in that
played for
hyphen
Port.
is rainbow, yeah. The fact that in that hyphen is rainbow, top tier, man. Just top tier stuff.
And the fact that Dylan is spelt with an I.
Yeah, awesome. Just awesome.
Mm,
Everything about it.
yeah, really just tick the boxes there. And also Renee comes in and has literally spitfired this like Mark
Yeah.
Wahlberg and Ted too. So I'm going to try and do the same.
Go.
Erwin Mosquito, Shea Cockatoo Collins, Jagger O'Meara, Blake Acres still side bottom. Isaac Rankin.
I feel like Blake Acres isn't that bad.
Um,
I think it
I think
rolls off the tongue really well. I think it's a name that is really nice to say. You know, there's like names that are really nice to say. I think Blake Acres is that one. Is that name?
probably combine it as well as like Blakers. Like you can just
Lakers,
have that as a
exactly. You can just
nickname.
do that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Mm. Shea Cockatoo Collins, another hyphenated Port Adelaide player.
It's just so
And the
many.
fact it's triple C.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Borderline stupid sex. We should have a segment called Stupid Sexy Names.
You sexy names, absolutely. Just like strong
All
names.
right,
84.
that's next week.
Done. We're doing stupid sexy names instead. I like it. Done. We're sorted. Question all good.
Who has a really nice name? Like just stupid sexy. Like that's yeah, gonna do that.
About the
So thank
nuts.
you everyone for chiming in. We're now going to name our professions and names of players. So
Yes, exactly.
I'm going to kick it off and give you one
Yep.
and see if we match because
Okay.
I interesting to see what brain level we're on. Charlie Lazaro.
Oh, owns a pizza restaurant. Um, Good name though.
Yeah, I like that. See, I had rated 75 left back for a A-Liga team.
Oh my God, he so plays for fucking Chelsea. Oh man, he
Nah,
is so
I went like Milan, AC
yeah,
Milan.
okay, yeah. He's a 75 non-rated, non-rare left back. Uh, he either plays for Chelsea or a team in the Serie A. If I just pick a team in the Serie A, I would say Torino. I'd say he plays for Torino.
Or Napoli.
Yeah, that checks out too, actually. I could really say that. Yeah, that's a good one. No, that's a really good one.
Charlie Lazaro. I think it maybe because he's with North, like blue and white already, but he
Yeah,
just
yeah,
he just screams a blue team.
yeah. No, I get that. I think that's why I went Chelsea too. Yeah, okay, I like it.
Mm. Very good start.
Good start here. I'm going to go with a guy that I would consider to be probably like the father of interesting names that's still rolling around to this day. Very iconic name, Steel Sidebottom.
Guitarist for a rock band.
Nice. I like that. I went with bathroom restorations. Is it because he has bottom in his name? Potentially. Don't know.
I thought it
But
was the Steely part, but yeah, yeah, no, I like that a lot.
he does bathroom restorations. When your tiles break, you call steel side
Who
bottom.
do you call? Yeah. And he'd be one of those people that has like, because side bottom has 10 letters. So that's like his phone number would be his name.
Yeah, yeah,
04, whatever.
yeah.
Work that out.
Yeah.
Um, Campbell Chesser.
Campbell Chesser. That is a good name. Strong name. Campbell Chesser.
I really
Campbell.
liked what I gave him.
Yeah, Campbell Chesser. My first instinct was to go like a farmer, but I don't know.
We're
I'm
on
gonna go,
similar lengths.
go with a farmer. Yeah.
Mine was when you go onto Spotify on your Friday morning and you go to new music and you see a new song from his country singing album.
Country. Yep. See, that's where I was going. I had the country vibes. I like that.
Country singer I went with Campbell Chesser's new song, No Way to Go. I've got no way to go because I play for West Coast. Where are the Eagles? The West Coast Eagles.
We were talking this
And
week
yeah,
about adding songwriter to his resume, and he's just proving it time and time again.
show you why. Mm. Really amused myself with these.
That was good. Did you write the lyrics down?
No, that actually rolled off the tongue. Where are the big birds? And he'd have like a cappella moments with it, and like it'd just
Oh,
be the
yeah.
crowd singing, all 15 of them
Yeah.
because he's a new singer. Kind of like what the G had on Saturday night with the D's and the Giants.
Yeah. I probably had more at his concert. My next one
Had more on my 21st.
is a name. Actually, I don't know if this guy is still in the league or not. But I just remember his name being really good. Finbar O'Dwyer.
He is a bloke that is now let go by the WWE and went to AEW to get his wrestling career restarted.
That's good. So I went with I mean it's definitely because he's Irish. I went with Potato Farmer. That is the most Irish fucking name you've ever heard in your life, and I can't even
Yeah,
think of Finbar
Dilly D
O'Dwyer.
potatoes.
Literally, like you say the name Finbar O'Dwyer, and I swear to God, I can hear a leprechaun in the back. Like that is the most Irish name I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, you want to pot of gold? Oh, fuck. Yeah. And he plays Gaelic.
Yeah, I don't know. He might have been on Collingwood's list or something like that. Hang on,
Finbar O'Dwyer.
no Dwyer,
Is it?
Carlton. Oh, he looks
Yeah,
like a
checks
Finbar
out.
O'Dwyer. He looks like a
What?
Finbar O'Dwyer. I can tell you that.
Hasn't seen the sun for a while.
Yep, redhead, freckles, Finbar O'Dwyer.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the man.
But really thick calves.
Probably all those farming.
All those potato sacks.
This
We're having mashed potato tonight.
is going off the rails.
Oh, not even that stupid sexy yet. The next one I had was Massimo D'Ambrosio.
Oh, I should have saved the pizza one for this. Massimo D'Ambrosio. He runs a florist. Like he runs a florist. Like he's that guy that like you go in there, it's Mother's Day, you've forgotten, you're like shit. It's already late in the day. You walk in and you go, Massimo, I need something. And he's like, I got you covered, man. That's
Everything has a story. See, I had opera singer.
Yeah, good call, actually. Great. Oh,
And he's
you're
gonna
announcing him too.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Massimo D'Ambrosio.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it.
And he sings like the national anthem for the Italians at like the Monza race, and he's just there in his suit, and he's got grey sides, but it's black on top, and it's just.
Massimo. Hmm.
Or name Massimo could just be a pair of track pants type of thing,
Yeah, that too.
The
Either the two.
opportunities are endless, Massimo. Like
And
if you ever leave the AFL, like short, you are short anyway. But yeah, when you leave,
you know what you're doing. Yep.
opportunities are endless, by the way. Also just said.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
We did have his name just before, but Steely Green.
NFL player, really.
I like that. It's pretty good. Steely Green is very NFL player. I
Yeah.
went actually this one's pretty basic. I went with Carpenter. I just think it's like a hard name. Like it's like just a name where it's just like a rough, just like Steely Green, you know? Actually, it sounds like a hardware store. That's what it sounds like. Steely Green. Like
Not even a
that.
hardware store, just a brand of hardware.
Yeah, yeah. Like you're buying boots and it's like, what boots are you getting? Oh, I'm getting Steely Greens. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
One. That's the
Gonna
one.
go
He's a
mow the
hard.
lawn in my Steely Greens.
Yeah, he's like a work boot. He's a work boot company.
Speaking of hard names to throw in there, Wiley Buzzer.
Buzzer. I fucking love that. He's absolutely an electrician, though. 100%
Oh, we
this
were close.
electrician. Oh.
Oh, I was close. I went with bricklayer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, I went with like Buzzer because it's like, this is, like that was like that was the vibe I was going for. This is good. Next one. This one, right? This one is near and dear to my heart. Not a current player, but a very iconic for the way that for his name. Farron Ray.
Co-star in a TV series.
Ooh, okay. I don't mind that. Now, firstly, the funny thing about Farron Ray's name is that it probably should be the other way around. Ray Farron
Ray
sounds so
Farron.
much way more normal than Farron Ray. And like I say like it was so common because like obviously it was played for the Saints, whatever. I knew so many people that would like I think my mum was one that would say call him Ray Farron. And I'm like, no, his name's Farron Ray. Like it makes no sense, but his name should be Ray Farron. I went with real estate agent, however.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, like Farron Ray would
I
sell
see
you.
it on the board.
Yeah, Farron Ray would sell your home. Like absolutely he would.
What is he doing now?
I don't know. We look up Farron Ray really quickly, just see what.
If he is actually doing real estate, I'm going to be so impressed.
If this is him, yep, that is him. He's a business owner. He's a co-founder of. Oh,
No way.
I don't know if this is going to show it. Farron Ray Novak Properties, ladies and gentlemen. Commercial, residential, sales and leasing. Farron Ray is a real estate agent.
I bet you he walks in, sells a property, goes up to his opposition, goes, "You've just been raid. Sting raid."
He's also a business owner of Curiously Collie. I don't know what that is. But yeah.
Wow. That is a revelation
We got
I like that.
Maybe I knew. Maybe subconsciously I knew in my head that he was a real estate agent.
I feel like we've probably had this conversation before, really.
Probably. I don't know.
Barton Ray has come up quite a lot on this show.
More
Purely
often
for
than
obscure names and like
Yeah.
Gridley.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, hope you're doing well, Farron. My last one
Mhm.
is Hugo Ralph Smith.
Oh, so good. This name is really funny to me because I cannot picture him as any like an adult. Hugo Ralph Smith is a private school boy. And forever. Hugo Ralph Smith is a guy that goes to a private school.
Rich
He's
name,
in
Hugo.
Nevada. Yeah, like Hugo Ralph Smith. Like that is the most posh private school name of all time. And I know he went to a private school, so that's probably in there as well. But like that's a very private school. Like that is, and then like what do they become? Like what are private schools like? What's their number one thing? They become like accountants and stuff like that. So an accountant, Hugo Ralph Smith, like works 4 days a week, owns Iron Williams,
Does
the
your
lot,
taxes.
does your taxes. Hugo Ralph Smith,
Speaking
absolutely.
of Aaron Williams on that, by the way, I don't know why I put here, but I put here as a Savers ripoff of fashion name.
Yeah, okay. It's like a Hugo Boss, but it's because you know why you've said that. It's because it's Hugo
Hugo
Boss. There's
Ralph.
and then there's Ralph Lauren. Yep. Yep.
And Smith is the Australian part that had to throw in for contractual agreements.
So they could sell it at like Myer or whatever the fuck. Like,
Yeah. Not even because it's a ripoff, so it's a big W.
yeah, that. It's the big W brand of the Hugo Boss
What's
t-shirts.
that big like store that like sells clothes at a very, very discounted rate? It's right on. It's like I can't remember. It's like second owned or some shit.
An online one or an actual?
No, it's an actual store. I'm gonna I'm gonna do it. One moment, please.
I was just thinking like op shops, like the Salvos and like things like that. But I'm
Yeah,
not.
like that's it's like it's an op shop, I think it starts with a Q, maybe. There's a Q in there. I'm looking it up. Don't mind me.
Actually, while you're doing this, I had two honorable mentions that we aren't like doing things for, but I just thought they were cool names and I just thought of them before. One that he's currently playing because I saw him in the game. Brady Hoff, really funny name. I also thought of Derek Egmalise Smith, former Tiger. Um, just a really, just a really weird name, Egmalise. But yeah, anyway.
No, I like that. You can keep going. I haven't found it yet.
Brady Hoff, obviously, as we know, plays for West Coast. I saw a thing the other day. This is actually back to footy chat kind of. I saw a thing the other day that Brady Hoff should be the All-Australian back pocket, and I laughed so fucking hard.
Why should he be the All Australian
I
back
don't know. I
pocket?
think I got stuck on WA Twitter, and it's like a backwards world there. So
Oh, the world over there, man. Can't find
yeah.
this joint. It's really just pissing me off.
Mhm.
It's like I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, just don't get into fashion, Hugo Ralph Smith. That's all I ask.
There we go. And my last one, arguably my favorite name going around right now, uh, became pretty well known for his funny name, Colton Tholstrup.
You've you've really just thrown it at me, haven't you? Colm Bolstrup. You know what? He is like a Western European Russian antagonist in a movie.
Yeah, okay. I don't mind it.
You know, when they like the CIA or like the FBI have that scene where they recognize who the person is that's causing all this shit that's happening, and it just comes up, and I just see Colton Bolstrup right next to his name, right? The big head, ugly looking with his hairdo. I'm not saying Colton's ugly, but I'm just saying like he's just the
The
antagonist is
character.
always ugly.
Yeah. No, I don't mind it. That's pretty good. Better than what I had. I had Colton Tholstrup unemployed. Um, how are you gonna get a how are you gonna get a job with that name, Colton? I was just he's on the ground.
I've fallen off my chair. That's how funny that was. Oh, the delivery of that was exceptional. Thank God he's playing footy then, because he's not going to be unemployed.
Not much else going on. Oh dear.
Yeah, you poor bastard. Unemployed. Unlike us who have jobs. Working people are stupid sexy, Jared. They have money. Everything else, can they? I mean, you play AFL footy, Colton, so I guess you're going to be a big boy, get a lot of attention. These fans that, well, if there is any anymore, like they'll find you, if you're a footy player, they might be having their own conversation about stupid sexy. And that's what we encourage for this segment because we want this conversation to be had.
Everyone should recognize and understand when a player is stupid sexy. And I think the first step is I feel like a therapist. The first step is acceptance.
Yeah. Yeah. Do not have denial.
Welcome to the stupid sexy segment, everybody.
Stupid sexy.
AFL players.
Yes, beautifully delivered, Jared. You know what I'm going to do this week?
Yeah.
I'm going to make you go first.
Oh, so is every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'm actually sticking with the men this time instead of the moments or things that we were going for with all of our other ones. I don't remember if we've had this player or not yet. And I think it's the player and also just the vibe that him and his team are currently carrying. Played another great game on the weekend, has been playing really, really well for a few weeks now. Connor McDonald of the Hawthorn Hawks.
Oh, yeah, was thinking that.
Yeah. So again, he does the big bull horns, which is a big fan of that. But also just really good at football, and also like just looks good out there. Like looks like a footballer. Like you look at him out there, and you're like, yep, that is a footballer. That he's gonna play a solid like 170 games, like a solid 170 games, and like if not more. And I just like the look of him. I like the look of Connor McDonald. Good footballer. Stupid sexy.
Really like that pick, straight to the point. You
Yep.
say he's got bull horns. I reckon he's got, yeah, plenty of bull things going on
Bulls
at the moment. Definitely not balls up, that's for sure. That's why he's in this segment. Hope you really enjoy your shout out, Connor McDonald.
Love you, Connor. Please go.
I've got a similar vibe to you, but instead of sticking with the men, I've got many men.
Oh yes, just many men. Anthony
I've
Alessio,
got
let's
an
quote that
army.
everybody. Let me put that in a quote graphic. Anthony Alessio likes many men. That is what's the date today? July 28th, 2024. Anthony Alessio likes many men.
Brother, I've had 55 episodes of this thing. I've had many men, and to continue on with that trend, I'm not done.
Nah.
Nah, got so many more to go, plenty more work. I'm only 27. Anyway, welcome to Stupid Sexy Hawthorn because they are absolutely outstanding. And their brand of football and everything, we talk about them, how good they are. I thought, you know what? What really put the cherry on top for me was pumping the Crows at the Adelaide Oval. And that just really,
There's no
really.
personal bias in here, ladies and gentlemen. This is biased. This is unbiased journalism. But I tell you what, Hawks look really sexy when they fucking pounded Adelaide.
When you say it like that, it really does belong in this segment. Because when they absolutely, it was the battle of the birds, and the Hawks are just the better birds.
Clearly, they killed him.
They absolutely ran through those Crows. Like Conor McDonald just fucking pull bulls to the horn, man. Just absolutely charged through them. And they were left on Adelaide Oval, the Crows, with all their fans leaving early, vulnerable and desperate for love. But I have no love for them. I have love for the Hawks. So congratulations.
Stupid sexy Hawthorn. The whole team. Well done.
We're not clipping any of that. So that's going to be good. You also know how to edit. So if you want to clip, by all means. But I ain't touching it with a 10-foot pole.
I was going to go Anthony Luciani likes many men, but that's fine.
Oh, no, you can use that. That's okay. Yeah. Because it's false. But also, due to the segment requirements, absolutely true.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway, that's stupid sexy. So glad everyone could be a part of that, and welcome Hawthorn and pretty much anyone that's involved with the P's and Poo's of the colours that they have. But don't want to tarnish anything that they bring. Also, the Guernsey they wore for Clash was really, really sexy too. So, you know, all of the above really just culminates into
We
everything that
really added
they're
into it. Really added into so
bringing.
much.
Anywho, Katy Perry's official.
Katy Perry is official. Our chatting about it now. I
Just, to,
think
just. I need. That's not part of stupid sexy. That's
it's
just
just a different thing. Yeah, it's the end of segment into new thing.
just
Yeah.
chapter 7 of this pod. Yep.
Yeah. I
Rawr.
everyone knew it was going to be Katie, right? Everyone knew it was going to be Katie. We knew that. However, like we spoke about, whatever week was it last week or that week before? I am very interested to see which niche Australian act she decides to bring up with her. My money is seriously on Samantha Jade. I am all chips in on Samantha Jade being probably the other person up on that stage.
Hmm. I'm going to do some quick research before we end this
Yes. I think
podcast.
We're also missing a segment just on the.
I know what I'm doing. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Definitely didn't forget about that. Yeah, Samantha Jade sounds pretty good. We can just drop that bit. Pack free pack.
We work on the fly out here.
I blame your tiredness.
Sure. Back me back. Oh,
Mine ripped. What are
you
you
hear
looking at
that?
like that?
I don't know if you can hear it. Oh.
No, no. I hear the sound of mine opening.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. All right. So we'll just do this quickly because I didn't absolutely not forget about this because it's definitely not on top of the page.
Just straight to the bottom and then just keep going.
It is
It's fine.
capital letters as well. Anywho, I'll start. Patrick Dangerfield.
Good start. Did you see the mark that he took on the weekend? Fucking Jesus.
It was the only touch he had on the weekend, but yes, very good.
It was very good. My first player. Not ideal. Will Powell. Not an ideal start to the pack.
Has been good lately, but yes,
It's been good.
that's
Not quite dangerous.
always good to know that Will Power is letting his football do the talking instead of him actually talking.
Himself. Yeah, I know.
Mm.
Bit of an improvement.
Tom Papley, who's unfortunately injured at the moment. Swan's missing.
Even with his injuries, he might be better than this player currently. Peter Wright, having one of the worst stretches of football from a player in a long time. That man was nearly unsighted on Saturday. He was the butt of many of
Change
my
his name
jokes.
to Peter Wrong.
Peter Wrong. Peter, you're bad at football.
Is that one of your jokes?
No, but I wish it was now.
I really don't think you should.
I liked it. It was funny. Okay.
Anywho, Peter Wright's teammate in Andy McGrath.
It wasn't very good in the weekend either.
That's
No
good
one
to
was.
know.
Let's be real. Let's be real. No, no one was good for the rest of the weekend. Liam Duggan of the West Coast Eagles.
It's definitely better than Andy McGrath. Tim Kelly. Are we going teammate for teammate at the moment?
Eagles, how about it? Unfortunately, I don't think I can on this one. But not too bad. He's actually had quite a good year, this fella. Connor Nash. Not bad at football. Had a good a good year and a half. No way you've got another Hawthorn player lined up.
Will Day.
Oh!
Funny enough, can play at night too.
Just change his name to Will Knight.
Also played at Twilight today too.
Will Twilight. Laugh, Anthony. You meant to laugh. My next one. Teammate to a player at the start, actually. Ollie Henry.
Oh, I'm sick of him.
Uh,
Interesting. I don't have a Geelong player, unfortunately. Mine was
that's
at the start.
yep.
Tom Liberatore.
Oh.
Also, on the back, it has writing on it, so I don't know if that means.
Yeah, I think it's meant to like I have my next card is also one of these things. I think you're meant to like put them all together and it like makes like a poster thing. I don't know.
I've got no time for that.
Well, I also have a little cutout thing because I think you get one a pack or whatever the thing is. And my one is the man who didn't play on the weekend. And if you did play, probably would have made a bit of a difference. Harry McCoy.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes.
Did he have a virus? Did he have concussion? Guess we'll never know.
Probably had a hangover like Ant, but anyway, that's all that happens. A gold. Unfortunately, this man, I
Oh,
wish he was playing, but a gold Sam Powell Pepper.
oh, nice. He used knee against us. Actually, I feel bad about that. I remember that game. That was very early this
Yeah,
year. I forgot Sam Pepper was a person
yeah. No,
until
you definitely were quite abusive to him. When we were opening packs earlier in the year, every card he didn't want, so it's all good, man.
Yeah. Oh, my man, my absolute man. Unfortunately, suffered a severe injury, but he was a part of a bet that I am definitely going to win by the end of the year. Mitch Lewis in a little one of these bad boys.
Do you reckon he hurt himself doing that?
The fact that he has to snap one way to another would definitely do a knee,
Really aesthetically pleasing watching that.
right? And it looks really good on the camera too because it looks like it's just going bang, bang. Oh shit! Fuck.
Wow, you fucking really stretch it out there.
Anyway.
Um, a bloke that would probably demolish him 1-on-1 anyway is a Lear.
Yeah, if you played anything like you did on the weekend, probably.
A
Absolutely.
couple of port
Just
boys in this
quietly,
one. I like it.
just quietly, this may be the worst pack of cards I've ever opened in my life. I'm gonna run through it at the end, but this is fucked. Jack McRae, 2 years ago, great at football. Nowadays, who knows?
Speaking of 2 years later, before and was great at football, Clayton Oliver.
Yep, that's another one. 2 years ago, absolutely. Now, who knows? Um, my last one,
Oh,
fucking yeah.
I was going to say, this is god awful.
Yeah, mine didn't get any better with my last one either. Take about 2 years ago. Caleb Daniel, probably not even going to be there next year. So, wow.
You wonder why I nearly forgot about this segment.
We probably should have. These are awful. Like Will Powell, Peter Wright, Liam Duggan, Connor Nash, Oliver Henry, Harry Mackay, Mitch Lewis, Jack McRae, Caleb Daniel. That's fucking dreadful.
Tom Papley, Patrick Dangerfield, Tim Kelly, Andrew McCumbler, Vittoria, Lear, Sam Powell Pepper, Clayton Oliver. Yeah, not the greatest bunch of blokes, but I think a few of these would definitely be good on a night out. So I think I win.
Honestly, if we had to rank them on based on nights out, yours would definitely win. I do have an Irishman on my team, which gives me a little bit of bonus points, I think, in terms of a night out, because we know how they can drink. Other than that, though, yeah, we got a lot of injuries on this list, so that's cool. Um, Bad. I have a bad team overall. Bad on the field, probably bad on a night out. Yeah.
Just say Ant wins, man. Like it's not hard. You can keep dragging it out all you want. Just say Ant wins. It's not hard. I mean, it could be depending on situations, but.
Yeah, you win. All right, you win. Is that what you want to hear? You win.
Now it's hard. Yep. And on that beautiful bombshell, we're at the end of the podcast.
With the segment we definitely did not forget about.
Team coach, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a fantastic job. We really appreciate everything that you do. Just next time, probably use the algorithm of the machine to just put a couple of bit of better people in there.
Just
Just
anything at all. Like just one better one, please.
anyway, that's it.
One of these days, we're gonna open like one of those like 1 in 800 cards on this, and it's gonna be an experience.
There's another poll for you. What's more chance of happening? Us continuing with this show or us getting a rare 1 in 800?
Please, team
Are we
coach, send
getting
us a
to
box.
800 episodes or
Send us a box, team coach, please. I beg you.
just we've done this for what, nearly a month, 3 weeks, I think. This is our third time doing it.
Yep.
There's $10 of cards there.
Worth nothing.
Yeah. But you know what isn't worth nothing and is absolutely priceless? Is doing this show with you.
That was absolutely adorable, and I agree wholeheartedly. And it was just a beautiful time to be here and be involved, and to not forget any segments, and to just have the best time.
What a time to be alive, eh?
Hey, we won!
You
Hey.
win, I win, Port win, the Saints win, we all win.
Do the
Yeah.
thing. I thought Zoom was going to do the thing. It didn't do the thing.